first. Well, it's been a tricky week for our friend the Trumpster. What with tariff fights and everyone losing their mind about illegal aliens being sent to, oh my God, El Salvador. But there was one piece of news that I don't think has gotten anywhere near the attention it deserves, and I thought you should know about it. That's right, friends. Let's get ready to take a trip on the Poetic Justice Express. Remember this woman? Yep, that's right. It is Letitia James, the deeply anti-Trump Attorney General of New York State, who has made her entire career, almost for the last decade, all about just one thing: bringing down Donald Trump and trying to chuck him out of office and into jail. I'm not kidding, by the way. You know, in 2018, when she ran for and won the position of Attorney General, she actually said this. Have a look.
I will never be afraid to challenge this illegitimate president. He should be charged with obstructing justice. I believe that the president of these United States can be indicted for criminal offenses.
I will be shining a bright light into every dark corner of his real estate dealings. And every dealing, demanding truthfulness at every turn.
Illegitimate president? Oh my gosh, is she questioning an election? Well, we can't have that. But regular viewers of this program and outsiders will recall these statements, which were used to suggest that Letitia, also known as Tish to her pals, may have let things get a little bit too personal when it came to trying a case against Trump back in 2023-24. And bring a case she did. Letitia James, you'll recall, she was the one who was responsible for that civil case against Donald Trump that claimed that he had inflated the value of his assets to get more favorable loans. Loans which, by the way, Trump paid back. So, I don't know, it's a little hard to see where the fraud was. And in fact, you know, to that point, his own bankers even testified that everything was fine. So, during the trial over the civil fraud, Letitia James, I gotta say, she reveled maybe a little bit too much in her role. Now, remember again, she thought she was going to be the one responsible for taking down Trump. She thought she would be the one who would be on the TV when across the country, white dudes for Harris yelled, "Hey, honey, get in here and bring your boyfriend. They finally got Trump." Letitia James tweeted almost more about Trump than Trump about the trial, saying that Donald Trump lied about his net worth on his statements of financial condition to get loans for much better terms than he should have. Well, again, that sounds pretty serious to me. And last Valentine's Day, she even wrote, "Roses are red, violets are blue. No one is above the law, even when you think the rules don't apply to you." Well, ladies and gentlemen, keep that in mind because I think by now you may know where this is going. Yes, it seems that Letitia James herself, good old Tish, is now under investigation by the Justice Department. And oh, this is just too perfect. She's under investigation for possible mortgage fraud, which is, as the New York Post put perfectly, a Tish best served cold. Now, according to reports, Letitia James is accused of falsifying records to get loans on a property in the Commonwealth of Virginia by saying she was a resident there when she was a prosecutor in New York, where to be a prosecutor, you have to be a legal resident. Here's a bit of the letter sent to Trump Attorney General Pam Bondi detailing the accusations, saying, quote, "Based on media reports, Ms. Letitia James has in multiple instances falsified bank documents and property records to acquire government-backed assistance and loans and more favorable loan terms." Oh boy. Meanwhile, the Daily Caller went looking for Tish at one of her alleged Virginia properties. Here's what they found.
I'm a reporter with the Daily Caller News Foundation.
Goodbye, you're trespassing.
I'm sorry.
Trespassing. My kids are around here.
I understand. We mean no trouble. We're just curious who the occupants of the home are,
Don't
because
worry
there's
about who's occupants. That's none of your business.
well, there are connections. There are connections to
Okay, but
New
you're
York Attorney
trespassing.
General Letitia
That doesn't
James.
matter. You're trespassing.
Are you related to
You're
Letitia James?
Do you know her?
You're trespassing. Go in the house.
Do you know
You're
Letitia James?
trespassing.
No? Okay.
You're trespassing.
No comment. Thank you, ma'am.
Huh, maybe she wasn't a resident after all. Well, how the worm turns, hey? Let's have, by the way, a little bit more of Tish from back when she was suing Trump.
Representing our respective states, stand up and enforce the rule of law. The President of these United States is not above the law.
No matter how rich, powerful, or politically connected you are, everyone must play by the same rules.
Please sue him for us.
Oh, we're gonna definitely sue him. We're gonna be a real pain in the
Pretty cocky behavior, especially given that mortgage fraud carries penalties of up to 30 years in prison and $1 million in fines. Though let's be fair, I'm sure that I doubt anyone is actually doing that kind of time. But she thought she had it. She thought she had Trump in the bag. Now, though, the irony is that she is being investigated for the same stuff that her lawfare case was all about against Trump. And now she and her supporters are saying, well, no, this is all just bogus lawfare by the Trump Justice Department. And James, for her part, is, well, defiant, if a little less cocky. Here's what she had to say after the investigation was announced.
My mission is clear. I'm focused. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I've been trained by the best. I went to Howard University that overturned legal segregation in this country. I've been taught in those classrooms where Thurgood Marshall once taught. I'm not afraid of no president. Donald Trump, we're ready for you. We're coming for you. We're standing up for you. We're fighting on. We're not going down silent. Victory, my friends, is clear. It's now.
Was it just me, or did she seem a little less cocky there, even a little bit nervous behind the bluster? Meanwhile, when the New York Post tried to question her about all these matters, well, she pretended to be on her phone. Hey, where have I seen this before? Oh yeah, Kamala. Our Tish learns from the best. Look, there's a lot more that's going to play out here, but I wanted to share this story with you because it's important and because it is such a wonderful bit of poetic justice that illustrates one of my favorite sayings. Whenever a left-winger accuses a right-winger of doing something bad, well, it's a pretty good chance they turn out to be guilty of the same thing themselves. Allegedly, of course.